Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to the Coffee and Convo podcast. You are now rocking with your man, Lyricist. I hope everybody's doing good this morning. I thank everybody for checking out the previous episode. Like I said, I'm gonna keep kicking these episodes out. In that episode, I did share a big announcement. Big announcement being that I am opening up a entertainment studio in Michigan. Uh, and if anybody knows me, they know I'm from Detroit, Michigan. So I'm going to start here first before I spread my wings. Uh, so with that entertainment studio, we're going to be offering multiple services. So we give a place for podcasters to come and record their podcast. If you looking for somewhere to record some of your music, we'll help you with that. We're going to offer some music distribution services, which I'm working on that right now. I'm actually working on getting the app built for that, so we can give another way for people to distribute their music instead of the ways you guys know. So yeah, it's a big deal. Also, if you're a person that likes to do voiceovers and you need somewhere to record your voiceovers, you can drop by the studio, take care of that stuff as well. Now, this is not only a local thing, it's easier if you're local, but feel free to drop by if you're even anywhere within the states, and you want to, if you're here in Michigan and you need somewhere to work, drop by. We got you. So it's not going to just be something for us to just record podcasts. It'll be more than that. So the website should be done, I want to say a couple weeks here, but we are definitely headed in the right direction. We should be able to have things rolling by early 2025. So so yeah. But yeah, I touched on it briefly in the previous episode, but that was definitely some good news that I was happy to share, because it, like I said, it shows my growth, and I feel good about it. And I've been building a team around me that they think how I think. And man, I tell you, and I also got to say, I thank my fans as well. The fans that's been rocking with me since I was like 16, 17-year-old lyricist, bad guy, one mixtape, the original bad guy mixtape, and like what, the early 2000s and shit. Y'all been rocking with me since the very beginning. Y'all experienced my career, ADHD, bouncing all over the place, because I had no idea what I was going to do when I was younger. So, I knew I wanted to be in the entertainment industry. I knew I was good at rapping. And, I also was creative enough to, dibble and dabble in other parts of the entertainment industry. So I shouts out to y'all for still rocking with me with that. We made it all the way here to 38 and multiple podcasts and growing, the entertainment company, Sir J Music Group. Sir, most people know it as Sir J Records. Y'all been rocking with me for a long time, man. So I appreciate y'all. Love y'all. So yes, I do plan on doing more music. I'm just sitting back watching things unfold in the industry. But I will talk more about that on a Lyricist podcast, not the Coffee and Convo. I just want to give y'all a shout out. So this morning, man, oh man, we're gonna talk about motivating, self-motivation. I'm gonna start with, that's gonna be one piece of what we're gonna talk about this morning. Just remaining motivated. And like I said, I've been doing this for a long time. I've been in the entertainment industry for a long time. And I am proud to say that, you know, my career, ADHD, helped me improve mentally in this industry. You get a lot of no's before you see a yes. And for some people, they can't make it past the first no. And this has to apply to anything in life. You have to be okay with getting those no's. Okay. Um, and what you do with that is you put yourself in a position to say, okay, uh, they said no, they're not going to give me a chance. I got to find a way to tighten up to where I can make myself undeniable. So whatever you're trying to get yourself into, what can you do to make yourself undeniable to whoever you're trying to sell yourself to or sell your product? And most of the time, your artistry is your product. So don't sell yourself as a negative. But you have to be okay with taking that note, going back to the drawing board, building it out, and then trying again. You can't be broken down by no. And, as an independent artist, I've dealt with the no's. I've dealt with the, yeah, you're good, but, you don't have what we're looking for right now. And they were right. I wasn't a full package at that time. But when I became the full package, I was like, okay, I was just curious. I walked to the table and say, okay, look, this is what I'm looking for. This is what I can bring to the table. Check this out. Boom. I instantly became what they were looking for. But it was what they were looking for at a cheap price. Now you got to have extreme level of self-control not to just jump on the first thing. I didn't jump on the first thing. I didn't jump on the second thing. I said, you know what? Thank you for your offers, but I think I want to keep seeing what I could do as an independent. Oh, are you sure? Are you sure? This is a once in a lifetime deal. And I can tell you this much. It wasn't once in a lifetime. I still get phone calls now. You have to be comfortable with who you are and what you are. So you have to keep motivating yourself to be more. Do you want to take the easy way? Or do you want the way that makes sense to help you grow as an individual? That's the way I chose. And I'm proud of it. It's bigger than the money sometimes. It's bigger than the fame. It's bigger than the attention. For me, all the attention in the world doesn't amount to having the peace of mind. You could literally just go out in public and not have to worry about being bum rushed or anything weird like that. You can just actually just process your day to day. As a celebrity, I know that they have it so fucking hard. Most of the time they go on places, people just staring, watching, all that stuff. It's just like, if that's what you want, you can have that. But if you want to grow something and, push it to a level to where it is, you never thought it was possible, that you get more out of that. But that starts with being motivated. You have to find yourself in a position where it is you've heard the no's, you pick yourself back up, and you keep pushing until you hear the yeses. And it's fine for you to take a yes deal if you're committed to it. That's another thing to talk about too, is commitment. So motivation, self-motivation, being motivated to move past the no's. And if you get your first yes, are you ready to commit to that? Because once you commit, you got to do the work. Everything is not going to be given to you. And if it is given to you, you should actually be worried. Because it may just be one of those deals that work best for them and never works for you. That's how 360 deals are done. Oh my God, I got $1 million up front. Man, cool. What? I got a house out of this deal? What good is a house if you can't pay for it? What good is $1 million deal when like 75% of it got to go towards your expenses? When I mean expenses, like whatever you choose to do as an artist. Living expenses is a lot. And then when a lot of the responsibilities is pushed on you, they just want to see how you're going to use $1 million. Because when it's all said and done, it is recoupable. These are the things that people don't know. So it's not an old way of doing business. It is the way of doing business, especially in the music industry. So if somebody's coming to you with some fucking structured deal, you better read the fine print. That is a recommendation. Read the fine print. But if you happen to read the fine print, you happen to be okay with it, it goes back to commitment. How committed are you to being successful? How committed are you to doing something different? Because it's going to be different. You accept the deal, you accept the position that someone brings to you, so you have to commit to it at that point. If you're going to go all in, go all in. There's no games to be played with that stuff. It is what it is. So whatever the commitment is, commit to it. So, yeah, that's just my way of tying in the industry and understanding self-motivation when times get hard and remaining committed when it becomes a little easier. And I think people, they do things because of the feeling of what it can give them, not because it's something they're passionate about. And some people, look, I've seen people become doctors and not be passionate about being in the medical industry. They just did it because their family, that's the expectation. But they will never truly be fulfilled. They're doing it because it's a job, it's a way to make money. And I think that is the opposite of the American dream. The American dream is not even it's not even what it used to be. You got to do things because you're passionate about it. You got to do things because it make you feel good. And if it doesn't make you feel good, like, why would you ever commit to doing that stuff for the rest of your life? It's like, you got people that take on like, $500,000 debt to only not be able to pay most of that debt back most of their life. Because they're fighting interest, they're fighting all that. And don't get me wrong, I have nothing against people going to college. Nothing. It's just college didn't work for me. I think I'm doing pretty well without college. I'll say that. I've seen a lot of other people do well without college too. I'm glad I didn't finish, because I would have finished with a ton of debt, especially for the industry that I'm trying to be in. So I could do without it. But it's such a weird thing, though, just to see people, put themselves through that. But that goes back to what I was saying. They're committed. Hell or high water. They're committed. And you got to respect it. To give 8 to 12 years of your life to something because you're committed to get it done. And I want to think, this just dawned on me, okay? There is 2 types of commitment. There's a negative commitment and there is a positive commitment. Positive commitment is like, most of the time, it's for the dreamers. Okay. It's for the people that want to be superstars. It's for the people that want to be famous. It's for people that want to save the world. That's the positive, form of that. The negative form of it is, yeah, I have to do this because I don't want to let my dad down. I don't want to let my mom down. I want to let my family down. I want to make sure everybody's okay. That's a negative commitment. If you're not doing it for you and you're doing it for others, you'll never be fulfilled. You'll never be okay with that. It's hard to be okay with something like that. So whatever you commit to, stay that course. Make sure it's something that makes you happy from start to finish, because you only got one life and you don't want to ruin 50% of it doing what everybody else expects for you to do. You got to make sure you're doing it for yourself. So with that being said, I want to thank y'all for coming to Coffee and Convo. And we'll be talking about more things on the other episode. So I appreciate y'all. Until the next episode of Coffee and Convo, have a good day.